Silver, it's shiny, precious, and everywhere around us, yet so rare in its pure form. We wear it in jewelry, use it in electronics, and even rely on it in solar panels. But have you ever wondered how much silver really exists on our planet? How much has already been mined? How much remains underground? And who owns most of it? Today, on How Much Things, we will explore the hidden world of silver, its history, its supply, and its future. 1. What is silver, and why is it important? Silver is a soft, white metal with a brilliant luster. It has been valued by humans for thousands of years, not only for beauty, but for usefulness. Unlike gold, silver is not just a luxury metal. It is one of the most important industrial metals in the world. Here's why silver matters. Conductivity. Silver is the best conductor of electricity and heat among all metals, which means it is very useful in electronics, computers, and solar panels. Durability. It doesn't easily corrode, making it great for durable connections in technology. Reflectivity. Silver reflects light very well, which is why it's used in mirrors and in solar energy. Industrial demand. Over half of the demand for silver comes from industrial use, not from jewelry. Investment. People also buy silver as a hedge, a store of value, or as part of their savings, just like gold. Because of this, silver is both a precious metal and an industrial metal, and that makes its total supply and future very interesting. 2. How much silver has been mined? To understand how much silver exists, we need to look at how much has already been discovered and mined. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, humanity has found about 1,740,000 metric tons of silver over time. To imagine this, if you melted all that silver into a giant cube, it would be about 55 meters on each side, roughly the height of a 15-story building. That is a lot of silver, but not all of it is still available for use. Some is locked inside products, jewelry, or industrial waste, and some of it may never be recovered. But this is the total discovered, the silver that we know about. 3. How much silver is still in the ground? Next, let us talk about reserve silver that we know is still in the ground and could potentially be mined in the future. According to Statista, the global silver reserves are estimated to be around 640,000 metric tons. These are not all easy to mine. Some silver reserves are deep underground, in remote places, or mixed with other ores. According to some sources, the amount of silver left to discover undiscovered resources might be very large, but not all of it may be economically or technically possible to extract. So, while 640,000 tons sounds like a huge number, when you compare it to how much has already been discovered, 1,740,000 tons, it shows that a significant amount of silver is already above ground, and what remains is more challenging to reach. 4. Silver production today. How much silver do we mine every year now? Recent data from the World Silver Survey shows that global mine production rose to 819.7 million ounces in 2024, which is about 25,497 tons. To put it simply, every year, mines dig up tens of thousands of tons of silver from all over the world. But not all silver comes from mines that only produce silver. Many silver mines are byproduct mines. That means silver is produced while mining other metals like lead, zinc, copper, or gold. This matters because it can limit how much silver is available to be mined. If a mine is focused on extracting copper or zinc, it will produce silver only as a secondary part. And that silver output depends on how much of those other metals the mine is extracting. 5. Where is most of the silver mined? Silver is not evenly mined around the world. Some countries produce far more than others. According to recent data, here are some of the top silver-producing countries. Mexico, top 1 producer. This country makes a huge portion of the world's silver. China, also a very large production. Much silver comes from China. Peru, a classic silver mining country, very rich in silver deposits. Chile also contributes significantly. Bolivia, Poland, Russia, United States, Australia, also among top producers. So silver mining is very global, but the largest share comes from a few key nations. 6. Above-ground silver, where it lives. All the silver that has been mined doesn't just sit in vaults. Much of it is above-ground silver, meaning silver that exists in forms we use. Here are the different places silver lives now. 1. Jewelry. A lot of silver goes into making jewelry, rings, bracelets, decorative items. 2. Industrial use. Much silver is used in electronics, solar panels, medicine, and other industries. 3. Physical investment. Silver bars, coins, and investment-grade silver are held by investors. 4. Silverware and decorative items. Some silver is used in cutlery, tableware, and small decorative pieces. 5. Exchange stocks. Some silver is held in exchange vaults and ETFs, because silver is consumed in many industrial uses. Some of the silver above ground is not easy to recycle. It's built into products and might never come back to its original form, according to the Silver Institute. Supply and demand data show that silver's above-ground stock is under pressure because so much is used industrially. 7. How silver is used. Demand breakdown. Understanding how silver is used helps us understand why its supply matters so much. Here's where silver is demanded. Industrial use. This is probably the largest use of silver. Applications include solar panels, photovoltaic, electronics, electrical contacts, and high-tech equipment. Photography. Historically, silver was used in photographic film, though this use has dropped. Medicine. Silver is used in some medical tools and dressings because of its antibacterial properties. Jewelry and silverware. A traditional use where the beauty of silver is used in decorative objects. Investment, bars, coins, ETFs. People buy silver as a financial asset or store of value. According to silver market data, industrial demand has grown significantly, especially because of green technologies like solar energy. This high industrial demand makes silver more than just a precious metal. It's a critical metal for the future. 8. Future of silver supply. So, what about the future? How much silver will we have in the coming years? New mining. Silver mines continue, but many of the highest grade deposits are already known. Some future mining could come from less prolific regions, deeper deposits, or harder to reach, or recycling. Silver recycling will likely increase, but recovering silver from industrial products is difficult and costly. Demand growth with solar power, electronics, and green technology expanding. Demand for silver could rise substantially. Supply deficit risk. Some analysts suggest a possible silver supply shortfall because demand, especially industrial, may outpace new production. Exploration, new geological methods, or even new tech might discover more silver in unexpected places, but it's not guaranteed. Because of these trends, silver could become more valuable or tight in supply in the future, especially if demand from green technology and investment stays strong. What if all silver gets used up? Demand continues to grow and supply is limited. What happens? Price pressure. Silver prices could rise significantly, especially if industrial demand continues to grow faster than mining. More recycled silver could become more valuable, and companies might invest more in silver recovery from used products. Substitution. Some industries might try to use different materials, but silver's unique properties, conductivity, reflectivity, are hard to replace. Conflict or constraint. There could be geopolitical or environmental constraints on mining silver in new places. In a worst-case scenario, silver could become a much more strategic metal, very valuable for both industry and investment. What if all silver gets used up? If demand continues to grow and supply is limited, what happens? Price pressure. Silver prices could rise significantly, especially if industrial demand continues to grow faster than mining. More recycled silver could become more valuable, and companies might invest more in silver recovery from used products. Substitution. Some industries might try to use different materials. But silver's unique properties, conductivity, reflectivity, are hard to replace. Conflict or constraint. There could be geopolitical or environmental constraints on mining silver in new places. In a worst-case scenario, silver could become a much more strategic metal, very valuable for both industry and investment. So, how much silver exists on Earth? We have discovered about 1.74 million metric tons so far. We believe there is still roughly 640,000 metric tons in the ground. We mine around 25,000 plus tons every year. But the truly accessible silver for investment or reuse is much smaller. Silver is not just a precious metal, it's a crucial industrial metal. Its value comes not only from its shine, but from its usefulness in our high-tech world. With growing demand for clean energy, electronics, and green technology, silver is more important than ever. However, silver's supply is not infinite. Much of it is already used, consumed, or locked in products. If demand keeps growing faster than supply, silver could become even more valuable. At the same time, silver's future is uncertain. Mining challenges, recycling limits, and price swings make it risky. Yet, for those who understand its dual role as both a metal of beauty and a metal of usefulness, silver remains one of the most fascinating resources on the planet. Thank you for watching How Much Things. If you enjoyed learning about silver, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. We explore more how much questions every time, like how much gold is left or how much water is on Earth. Until next time, stay curious, stay thoughtful, and keep wondering how much of everything really exists in our world.